announcing that he's extending his deadline by 10 days for Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz before their energy site. He says talks are ongoing.
Turn their heads. They're defeated. They can't make a comeback. We're free to roam over there.
We'll get started. All right, we'll call this membership meeting of the Esplanade at Hacienda Lakes HOA. If you join me in a pledge of allegiance, please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If we can have proof of notice of the meeting and certification of a quorum.
The notice was duly posted per Florida statute, and we have reached the quorum.
And again, that hard work, we have a quorum, that hard work from last year of bringing that down from full 43 to 133 has made a big difference in how we can operate as a community. So well done. Motion to approve the minutes from last year from the floor. Can we get a motion? Yes. We have a motion, Renee. We have a second. Lynette, we have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no. Okay, carries. Thank you. Just a report of the officers. We're going to be putting up a slideshow here in a minute, just kind of to give a synopsis of what occurred this past year. But I did want to share one thing that an email just went out to the community and to advise the community that the amenity center last evening was properly reserved by a resident for a private event in accordance with the association's reservations policies. So they made that reservation for use of the facility. We want to take the opportunity to clarify applicable Florida law. And pursuant to Florida Statute 72304, parcel owners have the right to peaceably assemble and to invite public officers or candidates for public office to speak within common areas and recreational facilities, provided such use complies with the association's adopted rules and regulations. All common areas remain available for their intended use.
Oh, it
And
says
the
spam.
association may enforce reasonable rules governing reservations and use of these facilities. However, such rules may not unreasonably restrict any statutory rights. Just wanted to share that with you. Thank you. At this point, we go to new business, and we need three people to count the ballots that were delivered by mail. We have actually two volunteers, Renee and Mike. We need a third volunteer to just count about 15 ballots. Do we have someone that would do that? Okay, if you join them, they're going to retire to the billiard room there and count those additional ballots. There's only about 15 or 20. The rest of the information came in by the electronic voting that you participated in. Is he ready?
Yep. Josh, are you ready?
I am, yes. For which vote are we doing right now?
Okay, this is we voted online. This is the company that.
You need me to share?
Is that better? Sorry. we voted online, and this is the company that's sharing the votes with us. We'll go ahead and add the votes that came in manually. That's what they're going to retire and do real quickly, and we'll add that to it. But this is the official tally that they got from those of us that voted electronically. Is you ready?
Use that, Josh. You're good to go.
Okay, in regards to which are we doing right now?
Yeah, so
The
you just report on the outcomes of the electronic votes, and we're gonna do the paper counting. in
Okay,
another-
sounds good. Should I just read them all out loud?
Go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. For in regards to the proposed amendments to Articles 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, we have 200 in favor, 36 opposed, and 2 abstains. In regards to the proposed amendments to Article 10, Section 5, 12, 14, 20, 21, and 23 of the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, we have recorded 195 in favor, 41 opposed, and 2 abstains. In regards to the proposed amendment to Article 7, Section 8 of the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, we have recorded 174 in favor, 61 opposed, 3 abstains. In regards to the proposed amendment to Article 2, Section 3 of the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, we have recorded 136 opposed and 102 in favor. In regards to the proposed amendment to Article that is 14, Section 12 of the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, we have a recorded 193 in favor, 42 opposed, and 3 abstains. In regards to the proposed amendment to Article 1, Sections 34 and 42 of the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, we have a recorded 228 in favor, 9 opposed, and 1 abstain. In regards to the proposed amendment to Article 14, Section 6 of the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions, we have a recorded 223 in favor, 14 opposed, and 1 abstain. That is the collection of all online votes.
Thank you for that information. Appreciate it. Get quorum. Good job. So what is occurring right now is that's been reported by Get Quorum. They're just taking a few minutes to put together they're putting together those hand carried votes. Thank you. To add to it. But as of right now, everything did pass with the exception of the fishing, which is no fishing. Right? So again, we appreciate everybody that took the time out to vote. And if I can get this slideshow to work here, we'll run that slideshow for a minute just to bring us up to date. We'll get that slideshow to run just so you can get up to date on it. Lynette, would you get Danny for a minute? I need him to activate this. Would you get Danny just for a minute? Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. If you're all done, then you can sign off if you need to. Appreciate it.
Thank you all.
John sitting in there, so I'll just click through this. So I'll just click through this. So. Do you want to speak on it at all or just click through it?
Yeah, this was a combination of KW putting this together for us and shows your officers in this past year as well as our management team. Got Danny, good. So we had an annual budget for our 443 homes of $2,389,245. Got Danny. One of the projects we had was our parking lot, the resurfacing and restriping. That included a before and after. A project in the amenity center where we painted the entire amenity center for $24,000. Additional painting in the areas. You can see it's cleaned up and brighter. We added the acoustical panels in the room to help with the noise levels. In our hospitality side, we had a lot of good work from our social team. And you can see that the events that we had this past year, from our Winter Wonderland to just all the different events that they do. Job well done. With bringing on Napier and Leo Jr., we saved approximately $135,000 with those companies bringing those on. We see a lot of good work being done. The work's not done yet, but they're doing it efficiently and effectively, and we're getting great comments from both of those organizations. I don't know what that one says, Danny. I can't see it.
You want me to read it?
I don't want to read it. Highlights? You got highlights? Go ahead. You
Sure,
can see it.
it's a highlight of what you sent. So since the transition of KWPMC in January of 25, the association had made significant progress in strengthening operations, improving transparency, and enhancing the community. The Finance Committee and Board of Directors have begun investing reserve funds and interest-bearing accounts to support stronger long-term financial growth for the association. The board has adopted several policies designed to streamline operations and better support how the association functions following developer turnover. These policies include, among others, a purchasing and procurement policy, donation policy, tenant screening and rental application policy, turf replacement policy. The turf replacement policy has already allowed management and a landscape vendor to complete 2 rounds of turf replacement in both common areas and the lots identified as needing new turf. A number of capital improvement projects have also been completed to enhance the community while maintaining the condition of key assets. These projects include interior painting throughout the amenity center, installation of acoustic panels, within the main event space, resurfacing the amenity center parking lot, and the replacement of key pool and spa mechanical components to help ensure continued enjoyment of those amenities. In addition, the association has adopted new committee charters and appointed new members to each committee. Throughout that process, the board has heard and responded to committee input and community needs, including the addition of new tennis windscreens, a tennis shoe cleaner, a new water station at the racket sports courts, bug deterrent machines at the bocce courts, umbrellas at the dog park, new on-site storage solutions for the social committee, new fitness equipment, and increased funding for landscape improvements. The Landscape Committee in particular has worked diligently on a number of meaningful upgrades throughout the common areas for all residents to enjoy. One of the most impactful operational changes made to improve transparency and efficiency has been to move to 1 board meeting per month at 4 o'clock. The change was adopted to encourage greater homeowner participation while allowing enough time between meetings for management and the board of directors to make more meaningful progress on community business. The association has brought on a new landscape and irrigation vendors, improving service levels while achieving contractual cost savings. Leo Jr. Landscaping now provides landscape services. Napier Sprinkler provides irrigation services. Looking forward, the plan is, even beyond my departure, is to continue to examine all contracts in place with the community for value optimization, increased services with cost savings at the same time. We look forward to more hospitality, more events going on, whether it's thrown on by the board of directors for the association or the social committee or even KWPMC. A big thank you is owed to all the volunteers, the committee members, and board members, past and present. So I just want to give a shout out and say thank you to everybody, whether you're present or not. We appreciate everybody's input and guidance for the community. The KWPMC team, so on site here, next week will be my last week, so that will change. Your district manager is Trish Baker, the regional vice president in Andrews Homes. We have George on staff for maintenance, and then we have Brandon up at the front desk. Your accounting people that are usually never on site, but sometimes they randomly make visit. We have an accountant department, so Mauricio is an accountant for the property. And the other people there, I'll spare you the lecture, but those are the other people that work on behalf of the association in that department. About KWPMC, so our mission statement to provide the highest quality property management service, including exceptional accounting, knowledge-based maintenance, and dedication to superior customer service and hospitality. That's it in a nutshell. It's just it's a very high level look back at the past year. Obviously, there's a lot of different little nuances that happened, a lot of different projects. We just kind of wanted to highlight some of the major ones there.
Thank you, Danny. And again, it was a opportunity to share what was accomplished in the last year by this board and the staff. So we thank the board and we thank the staff for the hard work. With that, we had 2 positions open for director, and with just 2 people running for that, we're adding Tim Alonzi to the board. Tim, where you at? Where do you go? Tim? And Jack Yazinski stays on the board for another year, 2 years, 2 years. So, but we appreciate that. And Renee's not in the room, but we thank her for her hard work this past year. Like to acknowledge our treasurer, Mike, for all your hard work, keeping us on track, and your team. With that, oh, thank you, Lynette, our secretary. Well, I counted 5, but 6 acknowledged tonight. So again, so thank you. And we do wish Danny, the best as he goes forward with his life. And we do look forward to a new year. But you can give Danny a hand. Where do you go? So with that, as they put that final count together, is there anybody that has any comments from the floor that they'd like to come up and address? And you have 3 minutes if you would. So come on up.
Thank you. I have 2 questions. With appreciation for the budget and the monies that we have spent. That helped. Also. So with our budget, as extensive as it is, I want to thank the board for $2,000 for the gym, which is probably going to need to be increased. But simply 2 things about the gym. One, in the 3 years that I've been here,
Get up to the mic so everybody takes. I'm sorry. Here, come on over here. Go ahead. You can speak to the crowd.
we have not had TVs for the entire 3.5 years I've lived here. We've asked for that to be improved, fixed. Danny has made every effort, I think, but it hasn't happened. So given that we have 2,000, of which we probably have $1,500 left, can we fix the televisions? Number 2, regarding the gym, the music that you hear every morning, we too hear, and it's blaring. Don't understand why we can't shut that off. Simple request, few $1,000s that we have. Can we use them to improve the facilities in the gym? 2, can we get this noise shut down during the course of the day, evening, etc.? I come here at 6 in the morning and it's blaring out there. So that's one. Number 2, can you clarify someone or something? When you spoke about the ability to have events here, I think I heard that it was for political candidates. Is that accurate?
Yes, statute allows for political candidates to come in and speak, and for people to
I understand the
peacefully
peaceful
assemble.
part.
Yes.
I'm more interested in the candidate that was here last night.
And any candidate can come here and speak.
Who was the candidate?
I don't know.
So we looked up the law, we read that out, but we don't know anything about who the candidate was. I might have liked to meet them.
Well, it
I
wasn't,
wasn't
it was,
invited,
it
so
was,
and it
it-
wasn't announced.
it wasn't a public event. It was a private event.
It's a private event for a public official. Okay, that doesn't
That
make
was,
sense.
that was
does
my
it?
choice. And again,
Does that make sense to you? It's a
I'm
private
a-
event
I
for a
shared with
public
you,
official. I wasn't invited. I would have liked to meet the individual.
but
So it doesn't make sense.
I can't answer that. Okay,
Can't
why you
you
weren't
try to
invited.
get that answer? Because
Well, I don't need to spend any more time on it.
sure you do.
No, I don't.
You were a candidate for a position CDC. We welcomed everyone. Everyone was advised. We weren't advised. We don't know who the candidate is. And there's a brouhaha last night. So I think it's incumbent on the board and the managing agent to get that information to us so that we can have clarity on who the candidate was and why the community wasn't invited. That's what
I answered that. Thank you for your comments. Appreciate that. Anybody else? Jack? Yeah, go ahead, Jack. Get you on.
If I could just respond to that. If it was a private event hosted by residents of this community that rented this facility, whoever they are inviting is none of my business. It's none of your business. No, it's none of your business. They rented the place. It's not public. It's private. It's private. They rented this facility like you have the right to do, and I have the right to do, to invite whomever I would like to invite. But I certainly don't need to get the permission from you or to even tell you who I am going to invite, because I have a right to invite whomever I want. It's your word. I don't know. I wasn't here, but that wasn't your question. You said you have a right to know. No, you said you have a right to know who they were inviting. And my point to you is any one of us here, we all are members of this community. We all have an equal right to rent this facility. And when we rent this facility, you have no right to know who I'm inviting. Well, you know, people always go to extremes like that, saying the KKK. However, I would say to you, yes, under our rules, under Florida law, under the U.S. Constitution, you have the right to invite the KKK. As repulsive as that might be to everyone here, you have the right, but I don't have an obligation to tell you. So, sorry.
Anybody else? I want the music on when I'm working out in the pool though in the morning. So don't shut it off between 9 and 10. It keeps me going.
We'll have staff work on that. Are there any comments? We're gonna see if there's any comments online real quick. No questions online. Thank you.
For those online that didn't see the PowerPoint, I will send it out in a community email to the entire community and post it online, so you'll be able to view it.
Somebody want to check, see how they're doing in there? Thanks.
Can I speak? Yeah, I want to thank Danny and Wayne and the board for addressing what happened last night and for making it perfectly clear how that's to be handled in the future, regardless of which political party or candidates are involved. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Okay. No. How many they counting, Danny? You know? Roughly. Okay. All right. I think I can share this, just what the items were. No, well, he read this, but I can read it. Yeah. One of the things I'd like to do is, again, they'll add the numbers up from get quorum to the handwritten ballots, but based on needing 158 yes votes of the 2/3 that voted on get quorum, the first one we had was the amendment that dealt with membership, and it removed the ABC membership, and we're all equal members at this time, and that was the 228-9. The next one was that we be able to increase the capital assessment that takes place at the sale of a home from $1,500. The community approved that to go to 75% of the annual assessment that we make each year. So that can automatically go up or down based on what that is for the year. The next one, and that was 174-61, a yes. The next one was we cleaned up the no parking. Technically, the community had no parking 24 hours a day. Now no parking is officially from 12 midnight to 6 a.m. And within that also included again, housekeeping, that signage, a for sale sign, you must have an approved for sale sign, where before it said no for sale signs. And that was 195-41. The next one was, again, housekeeping, removing the developer language from our documents. That was 223-14. The next one is it required 75% of the community to approve for the board to exercise going into a lawsuit. And that was really in there to protect the developer from the community suing the developer. So now it would be a board decision. You remove that 75% rule. The next one was, and that was 193-42. The next one was by itself was would have allowed fishing, and people voted that there will be no fishing in our retention areas. That was 102-136. So the noes had it with the 136. And then the last one were articles. And the articles were again housekeeping, and it removed that 75% again and clean up in our documents. So, and that one was 200 to 36. So again, the community shared with what they'd like us to do. It cleans documents up. It's a work in progress in the future, but it's a good opportunity for us to now send those back to the attorney and have the attorney codify them and get them in one document. So when we go to look for that document online, you'll have one document to work with. So. After this meeting is adjourned, the board's just going to get together for a few minutes to have an organizational meeting. And the purpose of that organizational meeting will be to select the officers for this coming year. So directors are elected each year, the 2-year terms they have. And with the election of Tim and Jack, they have 2-year terms. But each year, the board, the directors elect the officers. So we'll be electing a president, a vice president, secretary, treasurer, and then the fifth person is a director. And that won't take long once we get our numbers. So appreciate your patience. Again, we felt we had a good year, and we appreciate the support of the community and things we're getting done. There's a lot more work to do, and an update, we did interview 2 candidates today for replacement for the CAM for Danny. We have one more tomorrow. And again, we're still working through those things to bring that CAM on as soon as possible. We don't want to miss a beat in the work that's getting done. So we'll relax for a couple of minutes, and we'll get those tallied as an official numbers. And again, we look forward to being able to move forward with this. So take a break, converse a little bit. Thank you.
She's learned how to control her. So she can be her own pacing self. This is my dad. She never gets me when I'm like, I'm trying to take care of it. And as the memory becomes a bit of an issue, I just want to make sure you get the best senior care. I use this for moms. They provide free, dedicated senior living guidance so that we can find the best senior care. This March, after People by Anderson, replace your windows, patio doors, entry door, and we're going to give you an amazing opportunity, right? Pay nothing, and I need it. Zero sales for 18 months. Just to be clear, that's a year. I'm talking about no money down, no payments, and no interest until September of 2027. Get your windows and doors now and take advantage of our pay down line financing. And did you know over 60% of all our customers choose to finance? It just makes sense. But hold on, why choose Renewal by Anderson in the first place? Because choosing Renewal by Anderson to replace your windows and doors makes your home work. Don't believe us?
All right. Thank you everyone for your patience. And thank you to those that counted. So in order for an item to pass, we need 2/3 of the voting interest. So there's 253 ballots that were submitted. So 2/3 of that is 168 yeses for an item in order for it to pass. Based on the tabulations with Get Quorum's information as well as the paper ballots, all votes remain the same. Nothing changed versus what was announced a little while ago.
Um, can we get a motion to adjourn, please? We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, aye. No. Thank you. Motion to adjourn. Thank you all for your time, for being here, and those online also.